Hello, 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 Facebook Live. I hope all is well. All is well with each and every last one of you. I'm going to give you a second to come on in while I go ahead and share this out real quick. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I will be with you in 1 second. Hey Don, how are you? I hope your day is going well. I'm just sharing this out real quick. So as I get started, I was thinking about this yesterday as, of course, I'm working on many projects. And sometimes, hey, Don, how are you doing? And sometimes things just come to me in the most strangest way. And it's like, maybe we need to talk about that. And so here I am. I'm ready to talk about those things because sometimes for some reason, we're some interesting people, right? Hello. Hey, how are you, Cherry? How are you? Hey, Desmond. Hey, Desmond. How are you? I'm just getting ready to share this out. So if you feel that someone could benefit, go ahead and share it out. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to get started. And so sometimes we just don't talk about it. We just sit there and just let it marinate. But sometimes we need to have those conversations, right? That's good that you're doing well. I hope your week is going amazing. So as many of you know, may not know me, my name is Vanessa Canteberry. I am the founder of Inspired by Vanessa, where I teach people how to break those cycles of the W-2 mindset of life and business, meaning to make sure that you have multiple streams of income and also to be able to show you how to push past what's leaving you in that W-2 mindset. And so today I'm going to go ahead and talk about birthing purpose. Hey, Desmond, how are you? Birthing purpose. When I say birthing purpose, are you ready to be able to join in the birthing your purpose this season? Think about it. Just think about it. Birthing your purpose this season, like right now, right? And sometimes we feel that we don't have a purpose. We can't find our purpose. We don't understand our purpose. We choose not to follow our purpose. Yeah, that purpose is what I'm talking about. And so I want to be able to give you some tips. I want to be able to share something with you that that sometimes is necessary to be able to be shared out loud, right? And so here we go. So yesterday, as you know, that I come on here every time around the same time every day. And I'm just giving you something to be able to push you forward to your greater. That's the ultimate goal, to push you forward to your greater. And so many people have reached out to me and just wonder, like, you know, when I'm coming back, what's my next topic? So I'm always marinating on that. But today we're going to talk about birthing your purpose this season. The new year started and we still playing those games of just trying to just go along with the rigmarole. Come on now. You have something that's in your hands. And you know that you could do some greater with it, but you choose to sit there and sit on your hands. I'm going to let that marinate. You have something in your hands at this very moment, but you choose to sit on your hands. You choose to sit on your hands for whatever reason. For whatever reason, you want to just sit on your hand. Hello, Diane. Hello, Nicole. How are you? How much more are you going to go ahead and sit on your hands? How much more are you going to not walk into your purpose? How much more are you going to continue with the excuses as to why you can't move forward? How much longer are you going to continue to suffer in silence because you have excuse-itis? Let that marinate. How much longer? You are not getting any younger. You're not getting any younger, right? You have so much inside of you, but something is holding you back. Something is holding you back. You have something that is, that some things that you haven't dealt with. I've noticed that a lot of people have issues that they have refused to deal with, because they are afraid of the outcome, right? We call that fear. Fear. You have fear in your household. You have fear in your relationships. You have fear in your friendships. You have fear on a job. You have fear as your badge of honor. So it's holding you back from embracing and doing what you know that's possible, that's in you, that you can do, but you choose not to do because of those things, right? You're so content with just being comfortable, but you're not comfortable. You're really suffering in silence, but you just go ahead and do it anyway because you're so content. I want you to marinate on that. I want you to really think about that. I want you to understand that you don't have to do that. See, this is the thing, Diane. You said that you're trying. Wrong words. Wrong words. You cannot try, you have to do. Try is basically half-ass. That means you're never going to do it. I spoke with a client today and I said, what is the date on something? And she said, I'm going to do it. No. I didn't ask you that. What is the date? The date. Sometimes we need to put a deadline on things, right? Right? We don't put a deadline on it because we know that we're going to do it eventually, but in reality, we're not going to do it. It's just like saying, I will start tomorrow, but tomorrow never came because you kept pushing it off, and tomorrow now is next month, and next month is now almost next year. And so here you are, what? You still didn't move forward. Is that making sense? So I want you to be able to just understand with all of your being that you don't have to continue just to sit, that you have someone that's rooting for you to win. You have some cheerleaders around you just waiting for you to get to that finish line. It may not be the people that you see right now in your circle. It may not be those people that you are connected with in your family. It may not be those people, but there's people around waiting for you to win. Yeah. Somebody got to be able to take that step, to take the lead. Afraid and all. Yes, afraid and all. To take that lead. To be able to show the family, the friends, that it's possible. Come on now. Stop allowing fear to be able to show up your life. Stop allowing those situations to sit at your front door. In my previous post, I posted about how I was laid off my job. And prior to me getting laid off my job, I was experiencing chest pains because all the stress that I had on that job and all the other stuff that was going on. I was stressed the heck out. And it took for me to get laid off my job for my stress to be relieved. So I no longer experience chest pains because I'm not stressed like that, right? And at the same time, I had to be removed out of that comfortable state that I was in to be able to receive a check every 2 weeks. But that check every 2 weeks still left me broke. Come on now. And it left me broke to the point where I just went on with it until maybe I could make this change and I could turn around and give me another job. But then when you turn around and get you another job, you find yourself in the same situation. Come on now. You're continuing to do the same thing that everybody else. I no longer could grow in this company. So let me go over here to this other company. And when you get to that other company, you turn around and find out there's the same mess going on over there that you had at your previous company. And they're just paying you maybe $1 more. But here you are starting all over again. But still in all, you suffering in silence. Right? And so once I accepted the fact that that door on corporate America had closed on me, it allowed me to be able to truly understand that it was time for me to be able to embrace my purpose. Brace my purpose. I was scared and all to brace my purpose. But at the same time, I found my voice. Feel free to share this out. I found my voice. And when I found my voice, it was at a place where I was like, oh my goodness. Come on now. Oh my goodness. But it was necessary. God will remove you out of places, away from people. Thank you so much, Lorinda, for sharing. It will move you around for those people that's holding you back. That could be in your family as well. But hello, thank you, Sherry, for just go ahead and share. Thank you so much. Just think about it. He will remove those people that's no longer supposed to be in your space, in your being, right? So he could be able to elevate you. So sometimes you're going to have to go through the separation process, maybe even divorce process, right? I want you to let that marinate. I want you to go ahead and understand that you're going to have to go through those things. You may not understand why you're going through those things, but that's thing called life. And sometimes it's going to throw you those curveballs. But are you willing to continue to go down the same cycle of just being average? Or are you going to continue to go down the cycle of being something that's willing to elevate you? Are you willing to be able to do those things? Are you? Because you could talk a good game, but then you don't do nothing with it. Come on now. Too much talking and not enough moving. Yes. So many people say they're interested in working for themselves, but when it's time for them to be able to invest in themselves, and when it's time for them to make the sacrifice, when it's time for them to be able to move and groove and do what they need to do in order for them to be self-employed full time. Come on now. There's excuse-itis will show up again. Fear will show up again. You don't never know what's on the other side. I never knew what was on the other side, but until I took that risk, until I jumped, until I turned around and said, no more will I continue to stay average. No more will I have that McDonald's mindset. No longer will I give another 20 years to corporate America. No longer. And once I decided, I made that decision. You have to make a decision. You do. You know what's going on in your own situation better than the next person, right? But trust me, God knows best. And he's just waiting for you to move. So again, I ask you, are you willing to join this birthing your purpose season? Come on now. Are you willing to join this birthing your purpose season? I want you to really let that marinate. I want you to really think about it. Really, really think about it, because too often we sit here and we have these excuses, which is terrible. Our children are watching, our family's watching. What are we going to tell them? What are we going to show them? Hey, Monica, you need to call me. How are you, my love? What are we going to show our children? Huh? Help me to help you to understand, what are we going to show our children? The next generation. Are you willing to allow somebody else to stop you from moving forward? Are you? Are you going to allow somebody else to hold it all in their hands? Have you heard that saying that you're never supposed to put all your eggs in one basket? Huh? Well, you guys, you keep putting all those eggs in one basket. You can't do that. I need you to stop that. Please stop it. Steve, please stop putting all your eggs in one basket. I had to learn things so backwards. When I say so backwards, it was so backwards it didn't make no sense how backwards I had to learn it. But I would not be here with you right now to be able to show you not to do those things, because we are told to get up and go to school and get us a job. That's it. That's what we're told. We're told where to put our money for that 401k. That's it. We're told where to our medical. We're told that where we really not told how much taxes, but we know taxes going to come off right off the top before we get our check, right? Before we get that net, right? This is what we're told. So how much more are you going to continue to be controlled? I want you to think about this. Did you know that you was birthed with purpose? You was birthed with a gift. You was birthed with that calling. You was birthed with it. You know it. You do. But you so used to doing this thing that you just get up every day. This thing, you can't put a name on it, but it's making you miserable. That thing. Right? I am so out of my element on something that I'm working on right now. I've been dreaming about and wanting to know. Hello, Annette. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. And I know that somebody was saying something about the notifications. If you want to know when I'm going live, hit the notification and it will let you know when I'm going live, okay? It will let you know when I am going live, okay? I thank you. And for those who coming in and you want to share it out, feel free. So how much longer are you going to continue to torture yourself in that type of way, shape, form, or fashion? Right? So with me working on the thing that I am working on right now, I'm going to have an announcement probably in a couple of days. So stay tuned. And what I'm working on right now is something that I've learned when I was working on a job. I wasn't even getting paid my worth. But see, sometimes we fail to realize that those things we should take some of those things that we learned on a job. And then we need to find a way how we could be able to turn this thing that we love to do into something that's going to be profitable for you. Because right now, all you are is an asset to this job. Right? Have multiple streams of income. And why are you called an asset? You want me to go there? You are an asset because they're going to pay you usually below your worth, especially women. Hello, Sean. How are you? That's what you're doing right now. Okay. Let me go there then. Hey, I am doing well, Sean. How are you? And so you're usually getting paid undervalued. You're not giving your worth. You're not getting paid your worth. They're working the heck out of you and you're not getting paid your worth. Right? And so now they work you all year long and then they turn around and tell you that there's a possibility that you'll be able to get what? An increase. An increase meaning a so-called bonus. Yeah, which is really going to your tax money, right? And then you turn around and work that to be able to get that money, but then you still living check to check. You're still miserable. You're still exhausted, right? But listen to me real clear. They get to write you off just like the government is taxing you off. So you getting screwed from the front end to the back end. And this is why I tell you guys, make it your business while you have your job. Allow your job to fund your future. Hello. Yes, come on with me. Allow your job to fund your future. Because I had to do it when I was laid off, when I had my unemployment check and I was I had 3 teenagers at the time. So I had to do it backwards, right? So I had to be able to invest in myself while I had 3 teenagers and before my unemployment went out. Come on now. I'm telling you guys, invest in yourself while you have a job. So you could be able to have the extra cushion to be able to birth your purpose, to be able to do what you would love to do. So if you don't want to work until it's time for you to retire, you already have something on the side. You only think some? Majority are afraid to step into their worth because we are not taught that we are worth anything. We are taught to go to school. We are taught to go to get us a job. That's it. When we have more value, we are our own worst critic. Our minds are messed up. It's broken. We are in the analog days, but we'll find a way to keep up with the new technology. We'll find a way to work that iPhone. We will find a way to see how we could be able to connect with those high school friends, but we're not willing to be able to connect and network with other like-minded individuals. So we are our worst critic. We walk around with excusitis. That's what we do. And until we get outside of that, we're going to continue to go through that brokenness. We're going to continue to be that minority that don't want nothing, and constantly keep on living in poverty, constantly raising the next generation in poverty. If you could be able to be online, if you could be able to shop online, why don't you have an online business? Let it marinate. Come on, guys. How is more brick and mortar stores are closing down and going online? The number one business to have is a what? An online business. So you telling me now they got boutiques that's online. Come on now. Usually you have to get up on a Saturday when you running your errands, when you finally finish those errands and doing the grocery store and everything else. Now you could be able to go into the store and shop. No, you can do it online now. Right? You paying your bills online. You could be able to check your bank account statements online. Everything is online. So why don't you have a business online? As much as time you spend online, you telling me you can't find a way to be able to run your business online? I had no clue how the heck to do none of my stuff. None. But I was willing to learn. I had to change my thinking. I had to stop doing the old ways of doing things, because what happened? It put me in a place where I was broken. I was broken yet again. And I had to rebuild myself. So again, we can't continue to do and follow what everybody else is doing. Somebody got to be the leader in the family. Somebody got to be the leader in the next generation. Somebody got to be the leader of the pack. Somebody. So when are you going to step up to be that leader? When are you going to step out on your faith? And we as Christians, we got that so bad, but that's for a whole nother topic. Whole nother topic. Please don't get me started. We got that really, really bad. So again, are you willing to birth your purpose? I had to learn this thing. And if I could do it, you can too. So what is it that you would love to do? Find your purpose. Make it your business to own your purpose and embrace your purpose, because you're worth it. You are. That's the greatest thing about it, is that you're worth it. And until you know that you're worth it, then you can have a different conversation. When I said on one of my previous scopes, your conversation changes when you have ownership. But when you don't have any ownership and you constantly keep renting out, like your job is renting you out, yeah. Come on. You could do it. You can. You really, really can. But you have to be willing to do it. Okay? You have to be willing to do the work. You have to be willing to understand. You have to be willing to be a student. Right? So you can birth your purpose. So with that being said, if you have any questions for me, comment below and let me know. And I have no problem with going back, and I could be able to look at the feed and the timeline. I don't know what this thing called. And I could be able to answer those questions. But I need you guys to do something for you. For you. So you don't have to continue to do what average folks do. Okay? Because when it's all said and done, retirement time comes. Who's going to be responsible for those bills? Who's going to be responsible for if there's any medication that's involved? Who's going to be responsible? You darn sure can't depend on the government. You have to depend on you. So, are you willing to birth your purpose this season? That's what's important. That is what's important, because you're important. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to finish up what I need to do a lot of stuff. But I want you guys to be blessed. I want you guys to own your purpose, okay? Own it. And if you don't know, feel free to reach out at InspiredByVanessa.com, and you could be able to schedule a discovery call. Let's find out what can you do that's going to be able to benefit you, right? Benefits you. Just remember, votes for you. Please vote for yourself. If you don't do anything else, vote for yourself. So in the meantime, guys, I want you to be blessed. I will be back tomorrow. I look forward to connecting with you all. I have people that's been interested in, I need to be able to reach out to them. They've been looking for me for a while now, since yesterday. I need to reach out to them. I have some client calls. Be blessed. Be blessed. Own your purpose. I can't express to you guys enough. I really, really cannot express to you guys enough. My true voice was heard was found when I got laid off my job, when it took 2 years for me to find it after my layoff. But once I found my voice after that layoff, it allowed me to become a self-published best author twice last year for 2 books. It also allowed me to be on radio, to be on podcasts, to be a mindset coach, to have successful business working at home, to be able to be a speaker and a coach. Hello. Come on now. So I'm not saying this for no reason. I am saying this because I understand, because I know. Do not torture yourself. Do not continue to torture yourself. Continue to embrace what's next. What's next? Okay? So be good, be great, be blessed, and know that faith without works is dead. That means take action. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye.